What is up, guys? I'm Ace Crypto and welcome back to the Ace Crypto YouTube channel. Really appreciate you being here, guys. So we're going to jump on into the Bitcoin price as we did yesterday. So we can see Bitcoin $22,792 today. So we're definitely down over the 7 days. You can see we're incrementally been stepping down. So Ethereum seems to be holding its price better than Bitcoin at the moment, which is a little bit interesting. You know, you got to say it's very, very interesting. So in my own personal opinion, I think Ethereum is way more usable, way more scalable than Bitcoin, but that's just my own personal opinion. I would like to see a flipping an event happen one day. Flipping an event is going to be basically when ETH surpasses Bitcoin in market cap. Will it ever happen? Who really knows? But I do see ETH as a very usable blockchain, you know? As soon as they get rid of these astronomical fees, we'll be laughing all the way to the bank. So we can move on over to the Bitcoin price. We can see over the 4 hours, we are definitely dropping below. Some people are making a new trend line below it. So if I just make this trend line real quick while you're on, while you're there, you should be able to roughly see what I mean. So if I make that little trend line there, this is the new line that people are claiming that it's meant to be bouncing off. So, thing is, you can always create another line with charting. You can always create another line from nowhere. So we'll have to wait and see, guys. We'll have to wait and see. You know, it does seem to be volume is flowing back into Bitcoin a little bit more. As you can see, they got a little bit of a cross there on the EMAs, which is nice to see. And we are starting to come back up a little bit on the RSI. So I do see us maybe coming back up and testing this line and coming back down. So I do see a little bit of a pump. Nothing major, guys. Nothing to take profits on, but a little bit of a pump here and there. So if we move on over to the crypto bubbles, see, Fetch AI. What did I say yesterday? Fetch AI. Stick around to the end of the video, guys. I do have a vector space rundown. So that's another AI coin. I think it's going to do phenomenally well. Very low market cap, very low supply. So we'll get into that later on. We got RNDR, which is render. So render is all about literally rendering images or whatever using GPU power to render things through the blockchain, which I think is really, really interesting. So I do like render. I think it could be very useful in the future. So a lot of people with mining rigs, Bitcoin mining rigs, Ethereum mining rigs, are realizing that it's not the most profitable thing in the at the moment. So using things like render to obviously use their CPU power or GPU power to actually do some good is phenomenal. So you can see a lot of these Bitcoin miners migrating over to like a render type of dealio. So we got Fetch AI 31%, and we also have AGIX, Singularity Net. So both these AI coins do phenomenally well at the moment. Graph as well. I do like the graph. The more I look into the graph, the more I like it. So vector space isn't even on this list. It did pump 30%, but 30% is nothing compared to the very low market cap it has. So let's jump on over to the first thing we've got. We got Binance from the 8th of February, which is tomorrow, I believe, will suspend all USD bank transfers. So it's interesting. It's only USD, so it's only America-based problem at the moment, but only a small portion of our users will be impacted. This is working hard to restart the service as soon as possible, and all other methods of buying crypto remain unaffected. So nothing to worry about, guys. It's just had a bit of a hiccup in the system. You know, it happens. Binance is allowed to have a little bit of a hiccup here and there because they are shouldering basically about 80% of the entire crypto wealth on their own shoulders. So something to consider when you are looking at Binance. Fantastic, fantastic. So we can move on over. Top Ethereum gas spenders are scammers. So I thought this was an interesting story this morning. So top Ethereum gas spenders are scammers. So I can really believe this. I really, really can, you know, because there's a lot of scammers out there, as you guys know. So we can literally see the top 2 gas spenders on the Ethereum network are zero transfer scammers. The scammers are using fake wallet addresses, a trick to trick users into sending money to these addresses. So yeah, basically there's a lot of things like, you know, if you send me this, I'll send you that, you know. We've all heard the Nigerian prince scheme. This is just a modern day version of the Nigerian prince scheme. Nothing really to report here, guys. Just don't accept any random coins or random messages into your wallets. We don't want any of that type of stuff. Make sure you always have 2 or 3 different wallets. Basically what I tend to do, so I've got my Nano Ledger here, which I think is the most important one to have. There's a few other ones, Trezor. And then you're going to get a MetaMask wallet as well. And basically you're going to diversify your coins over a few different places. So don't keep all your eggs in one basket, basically. So next, what was this one? Ah yeah, this was the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So Yuga Labs said it wins the first Bored Ape Yacht Club trademark lawsuit. So if you move on down, basically Monday, I believe. brought the case against Lehman in Court of New York last month for his part in the RR/Bored Ape Yacht Club project involving 10,000 NFTs that share similar names and traits to the Bored Ape Yacht Club he allegedly helped create the smart contracts for. So it's all about basically getting Lehman to burn his NFT collections, essentially. So if we scroll on down, we can basically see, where was it? I have created NFTs artwork for the past year and the scrutinized, no, that wasn't it. Where was it? Something to do with racism I did see on here again. It's always due to racism because of these Bored Ape Yacht Clubs. Basically, it says racism in here somewhere. He basically created the other Bored Ape Yacht Clubs to counteract the racism that was flowing through the Bored Ape Yacht Clubs. So something to consider there, guys. Something to consider. I don't know where it is. I did just literally just read it. Okay. Maybe not then. Yep, so anyway, they won the first round of the court case anyway, so that's the most important thing, I suppose. So moving on, we've got Gemini and Genesis reach a 100 million agreement to for Earn users to recover funds. So everyone who's using the Earn program in either Genesis or Gemini should be able to get a decent amount of their funds back. So it's nice to see. I would like to see BlockFi start doing this. I know they are giving out the balances, but they're not giving out the Earn balances. If you are staking on the BlockFi website, they're not going to give you the rewards as of yet. So I'd like to see the BlockFi do a very similar thing. So something to consider there, guys. Moving on, the digital pound would modernize payments but won't replace cash. So this is the interesting thing there. The Britcoin, we spoke about it yesterday, is the new digital pound coming from the UK. So basically, Jeremy Hunt, the finance minister, says the digital pound or the Britcoin won't replace cash. We'll see, we'll see. They all say this for the first couple of months and then it all changes. So next up, Bitcoin sees a golden cross, which could last hit 2 months before all-time highs. So I don't see us smashing all-time highs anytime soon, guys. There is a golden triangle on the chart, so it's something to consider there. But I don't really see, there we go, it's coming to a little bit of a cross there. So I don't really see this making too much of a difference in the grand scheme of things, you know. The potential correction could see Bitcoin retest 20k, pretty much. We've all really thought it's going to test 20k again at some point in the next couple of months. And then the bullish case to test 25k next, maybe the 20. Oh, right, so what he's saying is we should be dropping down and coming back up. So if we just jump on the chart real quickly, we're going to be coming back down to, where's it, 20, which would be about here. So he says we're going to drop down to about 20 and smash off the 20, come back up to hit the 25, and we'll have to see what happens after that. Could be, but again, charting is very difficult to see, guys. Very difficult to see. So we do have a golden cross printed, but that's something to consider in the grand scheme of things when you are trading. So moving over, so we've had a bit of a COW swap decentralized exchange, $180,000 stolen. So the hacks are getting more prominent, and it seems to be whenever anything crosses a bridge. So a bridge is when you bridge in one network to another network. This is where the vulnerabilities lie. And usually on a decentralized exchange, you are exchanging coins or swapping. So it does usually indicate some form of bridge problem there. So something to consider when you are using these swapping platforms, you know. Most of them are safe, although we did have a thing about Uniswap yesterday, which was quite interesting. Talking about how Uniswap is all owned by one single wallet, essentially. So make sure you're checking that one out if you haven't already. So I will be retweeting this one. This is just a little heads up about Quant Network. So I am a big lover of Quant. I think the interoperability play is going to be absolutely invaluable for the future. So make sure you're checking out this one, guys. So I will be giving a retweet. I'm not going to read through this. We haven't really got time to read through it all at the moment, but I will be retweeting this. So make sure you're giving this one a read through, guys. It seems super interesting. So last up, or one of the last things I want to talk to you guys about is the US government and how much Bitcoin it actually owns. So according to this here, 214,000 Bitcoin, and that's just the US government. So the problem is here is the US government claims that cryptocurrencies are bad, we don't like cryptos, but yet they are holding 214,000 Bitcoin. And at $20,000 each at the moment, that's astronomical money. So where is all this Bitcoin coming from? So basically it's coming from Silk Road, as you can see there. So they are basically confiscating BTC from scammers. And it looks like they're just keeping it and sitting on it. So I do think they are buying as well, so that's something to consider. I do think the US government is buying Bitcoin on top of its holdings. So if, the idea of this is do as they do, not do as they say. So what they say is don't buy Bitcoin, you're going to lose your money, you're going to get scammed, yada, yada, yada. But what they're actually doing is accumulating in the background, guys. So don't get left behind. The US government sees the future of money is going to be flow through cryptocurrencies, because that's all we really have for the future. That's all we really have. Crypto's been out for a decent amount of time now, and we've actually managed to wrangle it, so it's pretty safe, secure, and decentralized. So more regulation does need to come in before we get full adoption, but that will be coming in the next couple of years, guys. So the last thing I'm going to talk to you about is Vector Space AI. So this is going to be just a little gem for you on the end. So it's $1.08 today. As you can see there, the market cap is very, very low. 51 million, which is exceedingly low for an AI project. We are up 30% over the past 24 hours, I do believe. So we are up over the 24 hours. But in the grand scheme of things, there's nothing really to worry about because we are such a low market cap. There's so much growth potential here, guys. We can see 47 million in coins as well. So the coin supply isn't even that big, which is another thing to consider. So we can scroll on down. Hold on a second. I'll just do a little brief read-through. Are they going to give us a read-through? They're not going to give us a read-through. Okay, usually it gives you a read-through on coin market cap, so you can, just do a little bit of a research. But if you do want to look into this one a little bit further, jump on a coin market cap. Basically, you're going to click on that link there. Oof. That's going to take us over to Vector Space's website, and then we can read all about Vector Space from there. So I do think this could be super, super good, guys. Super, super good. Low market cap, low circulation. And also, we did have Fetch AI yesterday, which I did call. I did say Fetch AI is another fantastic one to be following. So make sure you're following and liking and smashing those subscribe buttons, because we're going to do these every single day, and there is value to be made here, guys. There's value. So make sure you're smashing the like button. Thank you very much for joining me today, and we'll see you tomorrow.